Soviets and Soviets of the Red Army, how y'all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Mangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And guys, we are here today on Zvuxin, otherwise known as that Z map that I have never tried to pronounce before, to see two Titans, well, duel quite a bit. Rang, who's here and why? And with what?
Well, on the left-hand side, in blue, we have Gonzo playing as a Herman Gorn division with a Maverick income. And on the right-hand side, we have Gnef playing 44th Guard Sherlocky with a Vanguard income. Why are they here, you ask? Because they have to. Because this is
Hmm.
still Division League.
Because
And
I fight for
everyone's
our
got to fight
amusement.
everyone. And for our amusement, exactly. And we are very amused.
We are indeed. Now, if I could just double check something real quick. You said Gnef has got Vanguard income?
Maverick, sorry.
I just want to double
Thank you.
check. All right.
You've corrected me. But yeah, it's very interesting, both him going Maverick. Because it's very ballsy. Maverick is the most ballsy income you can take because you get nothing in the C phase. And frankly, even though I'd say 1v1s are very, first 20 minutes is the most important,
Yeah,
having no income later on sucks.
Yeah, but let's think about this for a second. Who's the first guy who picked Maverick Income? Gonzo. If there's ever a player in these leagues who just honestly deserves that Maverick Income, it's Gonzo.
Yeah, Gonzo, he's always a fun player to watch. He's always very balls to the rule, and he's both sides not doing anything too crazy.
You
Just
say not too crazy, but we see a couple of artillery pieces up to the north. In fact, we see really a crap ton of infantry.
yeah, just a lot of infantry play, not no like crazy rushes it seems. I think Gonzo's probably gonna play a little bit more down south. He's got the P3N and a bunch of dudes
And the Valkyries,
and the Valkyries. Yeah, do do
which
do do.
ironically should be a bunch of women, but aren't. So I get why the Valkyrie and all that, but it's just a part of me from like an entomological standpoint is just twitching.
Maybe I just really like that movie of Tom Cruise.
You know what? Who doesn't like Tom Cruise giving us an American accent as a German officer?
Yeah.
God almighty.
Yeah.
Oh man. Though it's nice to see them actually doing the history behind that.
Yeah.
Up to the north, of course, we are going to see the very kind of quick Snapiri and Okambachiki kind of spread, courtesy of those super, super quick Jeeps.
Mhm.
Um, Outside of that, though, not really too much to write home about.
No, it's just pretty classic infantry opener from both sides. I mean, makes sense. It's a very infantry-focused map, as there's a lot of places to put infantry. So, no need to really get tanks. But, yeah, just an initial machine gun engagement.
Not to get too down in the weeds by saying it, but 44th Strokovi, is there anything that really makes them unique in terms of
Oh.
the? That's one to just confirm it for our viewers out there.
No, they're the really, basic, bland Soviet rifle division with not much really going for them. I think I get, MSU-122s or something along those lines, but apart from that, it's just, T-34s and a bunch of infantry and some artillery.
Seems about fair. Now, unfortunately, the artillery piece in the middle of the field for the Russians has met a very, very quick end. Of course, that being said, there's a PTRS that's going to start taking these tanks under fire pretty quickly if they move anything further up than a couple hundred meters.
I've seen a very early airplane with a T-2 doing a bombing run up north and to do some pretty decent damage. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
it's only
yeah,
one guard squad. Panzergrenadier squad.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget the Valkyries have. I gotta find myself a Valkyrie real quick. Oh, look, they're both running. How uncommon. Actually, I forgot that the SPW is coming on, and these guys are actually a lot of fun. I always like the autocannon tracks.
It's such a shame that a lot of the baseline Steel Division 2 divisions, just due to how the Eastern Front was set up in late 1944, they don't have a lot of recon units, such as these, autocannon cars. Because by God, it's so much fun to just see them, zip and zoom around a battlefield and plink at stuff.
Of course, it kind of sucks when the shooter gets killed super duper fast, but hey,
Yeah, yeah.
beggars
The
can't be
sh
choosers.
yeah, if the shooter killed, the driver should really think about driving away.
Now, one of them already has met his end, and I think
hmm
was a big. Okay, yeah, 233 to the north, so the big, big gun. Mounting essentially was at 75 short barrel.
Yeah.
That's going to cause quite a bit of a hassle. Now, this map is always really, really difficult to dislodge an opponent who's able to get to your side of the 50-yard line.
Yes, yes, especially in the town, and yeah, especially down south as well. As that forest really, it's a good defensive advantage just due to how line of sight is set up and how much area there is to hide in.
And that's exactly what I was thinking there. And then you have these awkward open maps, excuse me, open fields. Like we have these Valkyries right now going across the open fields for some strange, ungodly reason. Instead of maybe attacking to the south a bit. But it looks like the P3N is going to kind of put paid on that particular slip. And a TU2 is going after him as well? Well, he
I
going to be
think
pretty
so.
for the P-Grens. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I think Gnef could maybe use with some anti-tank, more tank support. There we go. He's got a T-34-85 being brought in. Because there we got like Yak Panzers and Panther 3s in the middle. And up north we got more 233s. So Gonzo's really playing pretty heavy in that early armored recon play. Which makes all the sense.
It does make a lot of sense. I think I'm always so concerned about overloading on one side. But
Hmm.
down south, do you really think he needs the anti-tank? He's got a couple M42s still. He's got enough of the really, really frustrating anti-tank like PTRDs, and if really calls for it, getting some heavier charges in there. Well, as you can see, M42 more than able to kill a P3N. There's really nothing really to be too concerned about.
Yeah, he's good mostly down south. It's just that Yanked Panzer could definitely be, much more better if it was blown up towards an F. And that would be what T-4045's job would be.
Interestingly, I have a P3N hitting exactly the same freaking spot with all of his HE shells on the southern tip.
Bit of blind fire, but as we know, there's nothing there. I think Gonsis is paranoid about an AT gun, maybe.
Entirely possible. Two, three threes to the north. One's already been sniped. Other than that, it's a shame to kind of watch that happen.
Hmm.
So how can Gonzo turn this back around? He's down 15-9. He's got troops that are completely cut off.
Oh
How can he turn this
yeah,
back?
it's really not looking good for him. Jeez. Hmm. I mean, losing the town is a big one. The town on this map is so many like important victory points nearby. You really do not want to lose it. That'd probably be his best bet. First off, he's bringing up some Valkyries to try and deal with that loss. But yeah, now it's 20-4. That's a that's bloody hell. It's time trying to go in that line. But that's it.
Yeah, yeah, but 18-6, so even having a modicum of infantry presence over here is assisting him quite well. Thing is, Superiors versus Valkyries. Not for nothing, I feel like I almost have to give the victory over here to Superiors.
Yes. They got the satchel challenges and the SVTs. Yes, Valkyries have, some SCGs, but it's only 4 of them. And that's really not enough.
Yak to the north as well. Why is it we've not seen really any German aircraft?
Good point. We haven't even seen any German AA. I just think Gonzo's very focused on getting those ground units out and about, which does make sense. For since now the aircraft, they've been dropping bombs, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, now would be a good time to start investing in that anti-air, and you're pretty good anti-air, Simon Goran, of course.
Yes, you do.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just this really good play from Gnef, he's just putting pressure all over, and he's just poking and prodding at Gonzo.
You gotta be careful with that as Gonzo. I mean, Gonzo finally bringing in a Gepard, so at least we'll see a tiny bit of anti-air happening here, but it's not going to be really a long-term solution. That's at best a stopgap.
Yeah, he can just stop us playing from Strafing at least for now. And we got another yak run being brought in from Gnef, so yeah, he's really going heavy in the air power. Yeah, Gnef's just got good infantry and like fire support, really, especially now with all those airplanes flying about.
Now he's gonna start taking some ground fire pretty quickly. Well, wait, the 20 mil. The 20 mil bullets. You think that those can actually penetrate the 233?
Yeah, they can. Oh,
No.
sorry. Oh, from the airplane, sorry. I got
Yes.
completely... I was thinking 20 mil from the Gepard. I was like, I'm sure I can penetrate the airplane, but... Yes, I think he has a decent chance of killing it. Unlike multiple strafing runs due to its open top nature. But one of the, I think that was the Yak, goes
Yep.
down.
Yep.
Messerschmitt doing some good work here. Exactly what Gonzo needed.
I'm a little bit amused by the fact that this TU-2 is somehow chasing this guy around and at long last realizes, oh wait, I'm not going to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows the dive, a quick dive, and nothing really happens. It's not going to happen. Okay.
Yeah. Gonzo gonna go after the plane? He is, but that TU2 is, yeah, he's pretty much already out of here.
Meanwhile, though, all the major hardpoints do belong to the Russians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gnef's got a fantastic map control of the central, southern, and heck, even northern areas. Like those hard points, like you say. Pretty secure. He is starting to lose the north side a little bit. He doesn't have much air, but he does have reinforcements in terms of tanks and anti-aircraft gun.
Now, Ogimachiki is going to go up against this entrenched Valkyrie inside this house, which would be suicide under any other circumstance, except that both of them are going to the same house. Well, this is going to go very poorly for Ogimachiki.
Yeah. And the Valkyries managed to run into the house first.
That was perversely somehow lucky.
Yeah, it's moving the Valkyries out of the building definitely saves them from being burned.
And with that, now we have this 233 is on the edge of this town. He's just going to start pounding these positions.
Here we got a 2-star Tiger being brought in up north to help out here, and that's definitely going to give him the tank advantage. You got to realise with 44th, you don't really have that much in terms of heavy anti-armor. It really just shows T-3485s without APCR shells. So you got to make him count. And also SU-85s, I believe. I think.
Well, I actually do like seeing we have a 37mm anti-air coming in over here from the Soviets. And down south, he realizes, okay, there's definitely ground fire to the north, but down south there still isn't. The question is whether or not they can successfully take out this Pak-38 before... Yeah, he's going to be able to do that, never mind. Carry on. Back to your lives, citizens.
Yeah, Gnef's just got really good pressure. I mean, Gonzo's 8 minutes away from losing. And if Gnef can just, keep up, middle in town, so defenses, I should say, he's not really assaulting all that much at the moment. He should be able to win. But Gonzo is starting to build up, a bit of a scary force, especially up north. If Gonzo can really spearhead his way through the northern side, there's quite a lot of flags nearby that he can easily nick.
It's one of those things, every now and again, I debate about the idea of building up a major thrust off the front lines. Like, I realize that the prevailing tactical theory is, if you bring in units in, you want to make them fight.
Yeah.
But I can't help but wonder sometimes, it would not be better to have, 6 or 7 units collected just off the front line and just use that to start rushing in at the same time.
Yeah, it's usually a better idea to have them all massed up instead of just run out of time.
Exactly. But like you were saying, just like right now, you have 3 different P-Grunt squads coming in, and definitely needed, supremely needed. But would it be better just to have them all collected and not do the strip and drab reinforcement to do a nice concerted push someplace?
Oh, I see what you mean.
I don't know. Just theorizing out loud. However, the Gepard is doing their secondary role, which is churning through infantry. And there goes the north. Actually, the north is going to fall pretty much back into, I would argue, German control, especially as they're bringing a couple more T-34s to run interference.
Yeah, the real issue, however, is Gnef's constant bombing. This is bringing in all the airplanes. The Gepards are here, and they're doing okay, but it's really going to have to come down to his Messerschmitts to really do work, and Gonzo's bringing in a lot of tanks at the moment. 4 T-34 76s, and a fat old cat. So, we'll see how that works out. Down south, Gnef is actually starting to... I won't say he's pushing, but it's more like he's just trying to stop Gonzo's push with Royal Infantry. But if Royal's tank doesn't need to keep coming in, I think Gnef can easily push back.
You know, there's a time I thought Tanko de Niki were a lot better than I realized they actually are.
Yeah, I've been buffed in the recent patch, rather. I don't believe this match is from the patch.
Yeah.
But now they have Molotovs.
Yay.
Which is that's pretty good. I gotta give him that. I mean, losing the smokes kind of suck. It's harder to get close, but you know, I wouldn't want someone throwing a Molotov cocktail at me, to be entirely honest. I'd rather dislike it.
Well, the hysterical thing for me, though, is that I hit a tank that's supposed to be anti-tank.
Oh, yeah.
But I hit a tank with a Molotov, and it kind of just giggles and shoots me.
Yeah, it's not really an anti-tank weapon, Rich. I guess there's arguments for and against it, to be fair. I don't really know about it. It's just, I mean, it was kind of historically used as anti-tank. Also anti-infantry. But it is at least good at anti-infantry in Steel Division.
Yeah, I suppose I can give you that. We are see two T-34... the captured T-34s in the center moving up to support this 3-squad push. And not for nothing, this might be enough.
It might be. This is just really the critical mass of stuff to make his breakthrough. Unfortunately, his infantry is really going to be a one that has to lead the charge. So he's either going to have to wait for the infantry to move up or make the risky maneuver of charging up his tanks first.
Well, we just saw a bombing run that's going to completely totally shut that down.
That's a lot of red bars. Everyone's pretty stressed out here in the town.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many red bars since I was in a Twizzlers factory. Ugh. Anyway. Off-map call-in being called on in, 152, so wouldn't be surprised to see the first artillery barrage dropped right on top of that huge concentration right there. Question is, can he keep them in place long enough for the artillery to get there?
That's a good question, and I don't think so. The infantry is pretty depleted in the middle.
Well, we do have 2 guard squads coming on in the southern side of that big push. And this guy, yeah, he's rushing forwards. Looking elsewhere real quick, the south looks still very good for the Russians. But the center and the north far less so than they had at least a few minutes before.
Yes. Gnef just doesn't have enough to really deal with this massive tank armada that's coming at, and those 2 T-34s, 85s, are doing a pretty good job holding off, and heck, even that 45 mils actually keeping that Tiger array at least, so... I don't know, maybe he can stall the tanks, but the infantry is coming, and oh boy, that infantry is angry.
Dude, if you had watched your entire freaking division get plastered for the last 10 minutes, I think you'd be pretty pissed too.
But the town's going really good in Gonzo now. He's managed to push through it at least, and he has evened it back to a trove advantage, so maybe it's starting to tip in Gonzo's scale now.
He's got some of it, but that artillery barrage has definitely shut that down quite a bit.
Holy crap, we're seeing IL-2 cluster high explosive bombers be brought in. Last time I saw these guys, they were really rubbish. I don't know if they've been buffed or not, so we're about to see.
Well, that was underwhelming.
Oh, nope, it's still shit. That was pathetic. Even on the Pack 40, that was just pathetic.
War never changes, except sometimes it does. In the meantime, Tanko de Niki and other Machiki being thrown into the fray, desperate to stop the bleeding. They have 2 squads of nearly full infantry that are actually just getting picked off here, 2 guard squads. And they have tried holding for as long as they can. another artillery barrage is being called out on top of that same cluster to just maybe stymie it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Just
think it makes
maybe.
that leaky. Oh, yucks! This is gonna be awful.
Yep, and that's exactly what Gnef needs to do. Try to pull some pressure from the northern side by capturing down south. The problem, however, is that is the only extra flag he can take down south to run in the forest. He can't really maneuver up north with his forces. It's all just kind of open ground. So he can only do so much.
Well, you're only gonna do so much as well when you kind of throw yourself right into, um, you know, Valkyries
Hmm.
as lousy as they are. You can't just throw yourself in there to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, just Gonzo's betting everything up north. And it's working. Oh, we got a Stoom Tiger up north.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Oh boy, he better blow something up.
Yeah,
Preferably a tank.
I wish I could just keep. I could, group that. I just wouldn't have to be like, okay, well, maybe I have to keep an eye on him. Like, I wish I could just set a grouping for him.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, Epic Elite Grenadier is going to get completely smashed on.
He's
And
not
we're
having
going
a
to
good
see
time.
resetting of this territory? We are not. That's surprising.
It's a lot of T-34s up north being brought in. Gnef is really bringing out his best when it comes to anti-armor. He's got the commander right next to him, so freestyle veterancy, that's a really scary force.
With a jammed gun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are right to note that in the south, the Soviets can really only take a flag or two. If they're able to extend up, though, they might be able to pick up the Kampfgruppe Commando.
Yeah, I'd say be a really good kill, but I don't think he really has the forces to do that.
Or the awareness
As
that he's there.
exactly. Sorry, it's such a big kill, killing those commanders. Hey, we actually have a bloody 85mm anti-aircraft gun down south. I did not notice it. And he is using it as an anti-tank gun. And it's doing pretty well in that regard. Just never really see him being used.
Usually for a reason. I feel like
Yeah.
these single-shot anti-air guns really aren't anywhere near as scary as they should be.
And they're not really. I don't like him in 1v1s just due to the fact they just take too long to shoot. And by themselves, they're pretty bad. Where if you just get like a 37mm anti-aircraft gun, that's usually enough in a 1v1, like 2 to 3 of them, to just completely deal with most situations. On a cheaper budget, too.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Gonzo's just keeping up the pressure. And I gotta respect him for that. He just has a bunch of infantry and a bunch of tanks.
Oh,
The
look,
Tiger
the
does go
IL-2s
down.
are back.
Oh no! Run for the hills! They might pepper you. Like tickles.
They are serial ticklers.
Yeah. Got a
And
cool
now,
job here, to be fair. Sorry.
athlete's foot. Yep, you're feeling the burn there for a second, but woohoo.
The wrong guy
Stone
died.
Tiger to the north
Oh!
kills a T-34-85.
Oh! Look at that explosion.
I
Just...
just barely saw the streak at the last second.
Yeah. Goddamn nuclear weapon being launched, yeah.
The guy who runs that particular Storm Tika, his name is awesome, Quantius.
Sounds
Not sure if
pretty
I stumbled
Roman.
into 40k of the Roman Empire.
Yeah. The Zoom Tiger is a pretty 40k tank.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
it's like, it looks very 40k.
It's the Ordinatus.
Mm-hmm.
Come to think of it, how's that Necron army coming along?
Oh, it's good. Just gotta get some Doomsday arcs, and I'll be on my way. For those who don't know,
It's
I do
aiming,
play.
it's aiming, it's
Oh!
firing! Yep.
That never gets old. Holy
No,
crap!
no, it's not.
I could
Gonzo,
just,
thank you so much.
I could just watch that thing fire all day, and I would just.
I
Oh,
think
that's great.
I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna keep it on. I'm not gonna look at anybody else for right now, but I'm gonna keep it on. If I see it aiming again, I'll try to
Right.
leap back up there and give us an idea.
Okay.
Soviets are continuing to pierce to the south. They are picking up that house, and prospectively a couple of squads here as well. They're not. They are. It's a rather good push. Just a couple of guard squads.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually might be getting that decap we were thinking about.
He's pretty close. He's pretty close.
Because that the Kampfgruppe Commander, he's got nothing right now. He can't do diddly.
Fire in
Okay,
his
this
both
is when I
axes.
dive out and I shoot. He's shooting.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of reinforcements being brought in fast, Panzergrens, and a 2-3-1, which is a very good call. Especially seeing some half tracks. Always like seeing half tracks.
One more lone infantryman. That Kampfgruppe Commander, he's literally by himself. His medic is down. His radio operator is down. His commissar is down. It's just him.
Mm-hmm. Running for the hills. Or he's running for the forest. He's already on the hill.
Oh, he's very much on the hills. Question is, can this 2-3-1 be enough to save him? I don't know that it is. If the PTRD is still right there.
I don't think so. He's gonna fight to the last man.
And the last man has been fought.
Yep. And that's a pretty big loss losing a commander. It's not something you want to do on average.
Unless you really don't like your commanders.
Yeah. But aren't you the commander technically?
No. You're the armchair general in the back.
Okay.
Telling everyone else, go this direction. Oh, you died. Whatever. At least that's always been my interpretation, but perhaps I'm a little bit jaded when it comes to that. We are going to see... I actually hadn't realized that Gonzo appears quite as far as he did on the northern edge of the map.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good presence here. Just, there's a few Panzer Grenadiers, so he's starting to get pushed back now. Or he's losing that presence. But Gonzo is still winning. He's still winning in terms of, making Gnef bleed, but Gonzo does have less victory score overall. And Gnef is starting to push back. He's actually making pretty good progress pushing back.
Yes, but whenever he takes a particular thing, he's doing it with a single squad in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, such as that. Guard DP behind enemy lines.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And just teeny bit by teeny bit, armor's getting cracked, this T-34-85s. And those fearsome vehicles just aren't enough.
No, they're not. No, they are not. Hermann's a very interesting division because you're like a tank division, but you're not. You don't have a lot of tank slots. But you can get like one card of Tigers and a bunch of Jagdpanzers in your anti-tank. And those Jagdpanzers are like budget Panthers essentially.
As we have certainly seen before, Sturmtiger is on the move. I get the feeling that Death Star will be ready to fire in approximately 30 seconds.
Hopefully. There's a bunch of guard DPs here. Just want to get blown up. That fake, just ridiculous gun. I can't believe they thought that was a good idea.
You mean the Germans?
Yeah, oh god, the plane just got shot down here, but yeah, just such a batshit crazy idea.
Well, when you don't got a whole lot to live for, you might as well. IL-2 coming back through, going after these Beglitz Grenadiers, excuse me. But that flak blanket is so thick, oh my god. How is he still alive? Never mind, there we go.
Yep.
And the world makes sense again.
All of those flak filling trucks, man.
Those things really are fantastic.
Mobility and
man, they should have been knocked out in the Sturmtiger by this T-34-85 off the back side of everything.
Yep.
Just as these scout cars, they'll begin to ping on these guard DPs. Whew.
And Sturmtiger doesn't see a T-34. Oh, right, he sees the
does.
infantry. Oh, now he does. Come on. Lower it up. Oh.
It's up. Okay, so we didn't kill it, but that's always amusing as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very good at killing tanks, unfortunately.
Not in this game.
Just due to how high explosive works in SC. If this was like any other game, or real life, if that was real life, that'd be a very dead T-34.
Oh, I still have a clip of killing 4 tanks with a single Sturmtiger round. I love that. I love that clip. Not in this game though, of course. In this game, I lose 5 tanks from a bomber. That's how that works. Not that, of course, I was thinking about that moment at all. Um, the T-34 apparently decided that discretion was a better part of valor. Unfortunately, it leaves these two guard squads out in the open. The stars are aligning. The
On.
reactor is primed. Here it comes.
Pinned down, they're suppressed. And now
They're
they are
quite
dead.
depressed into the earth.
Oh.
So he's got 3 or 4 kills now, doesn't he?
Yeah, it seems like it's doing pretty good. It's...
I won't say he's paid for himself.
No, not yet, but it's getting pretty close. Yeah. I mean, it's a very good unit in this game. Just because it's so thickly armored, you can usually run up, especially against anti-tank gun positions, and return quite a bit of fire.
Yep, it is certainly thick with 4 Cs.
Yeah. But Gonzo is still holding on pretty well. I feel like Gnef is starting to run a little bit out of steam just looking on the map in terms of unit availability. While Gonzo has managed to keep a lot of his infantry blobs and tanks alive for the most part. Gnef's kind of just been throwing them in willy-nilly.
Certainly seems to be the case. And also we have some mortar half tracks. We always sing praises of those. IL-2 in the meantime, who gives a rat?
That's a really big mistake, unfortunately, with 44th taking the cluster bomber IL-2, the high explosive run. It's just never... It's such a pointless unit.
Well, we missed another shot, but I dare say we're going to see a rather fantastic round as he aims to the north on his guard squads that are holding up these Elite Grenadiers. I keep meaning to check the rate of fire on that 1 round per minute.
Yeah.
It always feels faster than that, but...
It does. It does actually feel faster. It might be like 45-second reload or something, and they just round it up. Something along those lines.
Oh god, they're showing his rear. Never mind. Is he firing back down at the tanks? You can see them. Now's the time. Here we go. Yep, here it comes. And it's gonna miss a little bit to the side.
You can't really miss or attempt, like... I guess you can in that case, but...
Well, he's like that one boss you always fight in every single like RPG where he's got like telegraphs his moves 4 years in advance.
Oh yeah.
He's the Willem from Borderlands 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. Outside of that, though, it's opening up for the Hetzer. So the Hetzer... Excuse me, never mind, Jagdpanzer, rather. He dies, rather ignominiously. But Gnef still taps out. Interesting. Do you agree with that call?
Yeah, he just was kind of like throwing away stuff. He just didn't have the, like, attrition, I think, to really deal with Gonzo. But yeah, fucking good job, yeah, Gonzo. He was, like, losing pretty hard early on, but he does manage to bring it back in the end of the day.
We have some small standouts here and there from the Russian side. Of course, we're going to take a look at our friend, the Jagdpanzer. Excuse me, the Sturmtiger. Wow, good lord. The Jagdpanzers are our friends, too. We do have one T-34. He killed 6 squads of infantry. But when he's swatting bugs, who cares? We have a Tiger who killed 4 tanks. Pretty solid. And,
solid, yeah.
The Sturmtiger killed 4 squads by himself.
Yep.
Would have had more if he actually followed through with that last couple of shots, but hey. Overall, though, always a fantastic game when these guys kind of get themselves up and, all hot and bothered.
Yeah, I was like, this is a really good match between 2 really good players, and Gonzo just managed to edge out the victory just in the end. Hammergroen definitely has that attritional warfare advantage over 44th, especially when you play 44th with that Maverick income.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Couldn't say it better myself, so I won't try to. Ugh. Any final thoughts there, Rang?
That was my fault.
Well, folks, if you were with me just now, you would have known how beautiful that is. If you want to find out what that thought is next time, tune back in. But for right now, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.